Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Scoop. We are so excited to be back with more coverage of the test number one between India and Sri Lanka. And we are joined with the real Scoop King himself, TM Dilshan. So, we had an incredible first 2 days of play. Rain affected a little bit of an issue because this could have been one of the best, greatest test matches in Sri Lanka. And your prediction was spot on from the beginning. You mentioned a 450, 500 score. They're at 460 with 9 wickets down. So far, what do you think about the play? What do you think about the rain? And more importantly, where can Sri Lanka go from this point to save the test match?
I think full credit goes to the Indian batters. Thing is, we discussed the goal wicket going to be a turn from the second session, but even first session start turning and little bit threat for the batters. I think is batters get it so well, getting a 450 after rain off. I think India want to. I feel when you're watching the match, India want to win this match. That's why they pushed a little bit after rain out. Only 3 days to go now in this test match. I think now India mostly the safe side in this test match. Only they can win. Sri Lanka have to come and before we discuss what Sri Lanka should do, we'll discuss how we India approach these two spinners. One is a debutant, one is one of the main spinner for Sri Lanka last few years. Get a lot of wicket and win the test matches for Sri Lanka. Especially goal wicket, he took a lot of wicket. We discuss might be open with the spinners. Exactly same thing happened. Only 4 overs each. Two fast bowlers bowl. That is the natural of the goal. Turf goal wicket after first two session is dominating spinners. Exactly, we saw two spinners are doing really well. But full credit go to the Indian batters. They batted really well.
Absolutely. And now coming quickly back to the Indian team itself, because first we have to talk about the way these Indian batters have batted, and especially is the number three problem that India has had for so long. They have tried Sai Sudarshan, they've tried so many combinations with even like Karunar coming back in, KL giving it a shot. Everyone tried the number three spot, but the Devdutt Padikkal in the warm up match scored 140 plus and now a 160 plus score. He looked so comfortable against the spinners, also so comfortable with himself. He could attack and was very commanding from the beginning. Do you think that he could be the perfect number three going forward for India?
I think it's the way he's batting last few games. I saw he's a very confident and way he is positive. That's the main thing. Is his body language, is positive approach for the game. We saw number three position so many years. Rahul Dravid is like a anchor role for India. Everyone call like a wall. I think he's now totally different. The cricket is getting fast and faster. Even Test cricket getting attacking mood. I think his particularly his way he's batted. He used the crease really well. That's different to the others to him get big runs. Both games he used the crease really well. He used the feet really well. Spinners. I think that's why he really success. His strike rate also over 70. Yeah, I think he have a long career if he batted like this. He's still early stage to predict how long he can go for the Indian side. But way he's batted practice game and to this test match, he's very confident and he have all the stroke and use the crease, play over mid off, mid on, cut shot, sweep. I think he's really over round. Player and I think he's if he batted like this, might be India sort out a number three position.
Because he also had a very nice 2026 IPL. I think we saw a very confident version of Padikkal come into formation with the IPL and now with these two innings that he has played already. So I think they might be in a good position. Now, let's go back to the openers. We saw that again, there was an unfortunate run out with Jaiswal on one end. But what do you think about KL Rahul and the way he has been performing in the past?
I think he's one of the great player I saw. Even he's a consistent. Even last few years, he's done really well. No, doesn't matter T20 or one day or Test or IPL. He's performing. I think consistent is. I think one of the consistent player I saw last couple of years, scoring runs. He's batted really well. He say how he adjusts to the quick IPL to Test cricket. IPL he, with 20 balls, 60, 70 runs quick. 80, 70 balls, he's getting 30, 40 runs. He's adjusts really well. I think he's that's the main thing. The two Indian openers, one is attacking, one is try to uh, one end solidly defense and usually wait for the loose ball. I think this is a very good combination. Is Jashwal and Rahul. Jashwal always try to attack, and Rahul is try to play his natural game when you come to Test cricket. That's really good, quick adjustment. That's important. As a top cricketers, not easy to adjust from the T20 to the one day to the Test cricket. I think way he adjust, I think is fantastic. Some cricketers, all three format playing same pace. Same attitude, same energy, but Rahul adjusting really well for the all three format. That's the key point for KL Rahul.
And also the left right combination, I think, at the top of the order really gets the tone going. Like it really offsets the bowlers, also. I think, in my opinion, with that constant left right combination that India has now with Devdutt Patikal, another like great batsman coming into the occasion. Like, if someone gets out, that we have a lot of permutations and combinations to play. But now let's come to the dream. I think the debutant. I think he has played incredibly well, Nuanta. So anything for you, because you mentioned that he should be getting a debut because he had been bowling such sharp off spin, and we could see that he got a lot of purchase off of the wicket as well. He was unlucky in a few occasions, but like he's been doing really well so far. So what do you have to say about the debutant and his performance?
I think he done really well in even practice game and this game. But this even so early to predict how he good again. Thing is a gift for the any spinner to get the debut in the goal test goal wicket is help a lot for the goal wicket. For the especially spinners, he's a very lucky guy. Get the debut in goal test. I think it's a youngsters coming up. We have to give throw their the cap to show up. Thing is, he's doing really well, but unfortunately, he didn't play that much first class. Did only 16 first class cricket he played so far. He had to learn a lot. He had to go a long way. But most of the time, we should give a more opportunity to him to. Play as a main off spinner. After Murali, we didn't find any good off spinner for Sri Lanka cricket. But he had to be a long way. We have to see how good him in the second test, especially Colombo wicket is a little bit flat wicket. We can see how good is to the test cricket. But when you saw this game, is really good. His variation is really good. His pace is really good. He bowled line and length really good. He controlled really well against one of the top players in the world, like Rahul, Suman Gill. In now, a lot of Indians used to play against good spin. I think it's the way he bowled against is one of the good spin players. I think he have potential to go a long way, but he still is a young. For Sri Lanka, we can't predict so early for the first game. We have to wait and see a couple of test match how he can go. Especially, I want to. It's a good bowlers should take the wicket outside from the country, like Morali and Vas. Always they go to any countries, New Zealand or Australia or South Africa, they dominate. That's the one of the top bowlers we can predict, but still too young. Nuanta might be. We need one good spinner, especially off spinner. We found a lot of left-hand spinner after Murali's left Rangan Hera, now Prabhat, but we didn't found any good off spinner. But hopefully, Nuanta can cover that area. It's good for Sri Lanka cricket.
Now, we saw that the two spinners have done really well. They have picked up the bulk of the wickets, 7 wickets among the spin to ends, effectively between Prabhat and Novanta. But now we look at the third spinning option. Now, this is where the captain took a few overs and he, rolled his arm around and tried to beat the third spinner. But maybe getting Mendes to bowl a few overs could have been crucial with, like, I know because he can bowl with both the arms.
Normally, we saw so many times Dhananjay giving a role that as a third spinner, it always is bowl 10, 15 overs all the test matches. But unfortunately, Kavindu Mendes he played with me for my company. He's one of the that times I use as a main bowler, not as a batsman. But unfortunately, he's now forget his bowling. He's focus more batting. But I always advised him focus his bowling. He's a god gift. He can bowl both hands. I think he had to bowl more and more. That more value for the side and more value for him is a game for getting a lot of uh, confidence. Yeah, I used to start bowling. If you are not taking runs, I used to bowl and take a couple of wickets. That confidence carry for the next game. I'm really bit disappointed he's not bowling. He should more focus to bowling as well. That's a good advantage for the Sri Lanka. Not even Test cricket, at least one day T20 is a huge advantage. But he's not bowling. Last even T20 Sri Lankan Premier League he didn't bowl. I think that's one area we should. He should keep eye. He should definitely, as a all round, he should bowl more and more. That is an advantage for the any side.
Yeah, because we saw that, yeah, I think Sri Lanka was struggling. They needed another spinner. India has three quality spinners in their side with Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, and now Manav Sutar, who has been bowling brilliantly. So they have three spinners sorted. But Sri Lanka, I think they were having an issue with that third spinning option. They could have helped on that Gaul wicket as well.
And no, we they have no more spinners, but they want there is some want to play another extra bowler. They want to pack their batting. I think is the after Kusal Mendes and Pathum Nisanka not in the side. They doesn't want to go with the one less batsman than extra bowler. Always Prabhat and Prabhat bowling more overs. If you 90 overs per day, he's bowling more than 35, 40 overs for one end. I think that's why they didn't play extra spinner. They want to give you a more confidence to the batting. That's why I think India have a more solid top order. That's why they played extra spinner. But because of Jadeja can bat, that is a plus point for India. He can bat as a low order.
Yeah, both Manav and Jadeja, both these bowlers can bat, and Manav scored a quick fire 24 also. We also saw that this was a good toss to win for Captain Shubman Gill because batting first at Gaul, like you mentioned, and getting a 450 plus score is the way to go with a test match like Gaul because you don't want to bat in that fourth innings when you come, or if you're batting in that don't want to bat on the fourth innings basically. So it was a good toss for them to win, don't you think? And from here, what should be the approach for Sri Lanka? Like, will they be looking to draw out the test match at this point? Or do you think they should go the aggressive role, try to get a quick fire, like few runs like on day one itself and try to put India on the back foot?
I tell you why is toss is important before I go to Sri Lanka batting approach. If we won the toss, 25% is match in their hand. Is we bat first. Even get 400, even fourth innings, if we chase down 100 is not easy. Even 100 runs. We face so many times in goal. I think that's why a really important goal test won the toss. I think the Suman Gill lucky from that point of side. He always upper hand before the test match start after winning the toss. When you go to Sri Lanka now, we have only 3 days, 90 overs plus three. I think, but Sri Lanka can't go defensive now. Only Sri Lanka can draw this test match. Very difficult to win this match from this situation. But still, we should go with the positive, aggressive mindset. But if we go to defend little bit negative body language, try to draw this test match. I think that's a huge mistake Sri Lanka doing because of ball start turning three quality spinners playing for India. I think we should play positive cricket, then at least get 300, 400 runs in the board and put the India bat again. Then India have to no time, only 3 days left. If Sri Lanka get 400 runs, take 2 days to bat. That at least 1.5 days, 2 days. There's only 4 sessions left. It's still India have a chance to win this test match, but Sri Lanka should go positive body language and try to score runs rather than block and save this test match. Should go from the attacking mode and try to score some runs.
Before we now discuss about the possible key points or key players that we will have for the Sri Lankan innings and from India bowling attack, let's take a minute because we have to talk about the way Prabhat Jayasuriya bowled his beautiful left arm spin and took 4 wickets, all the crucial wickets I think Prabhat had taken. So with even Devdutt Padikkal, Shubman Gill, all the tough wickets Prabhat took. So what do you think about what? Will he be happy with his performance, or do you think he wanted more from the one wicket?
I saw his after match. He's had a chat with the media. He's not happy his performance. He want more. I think he know how behaving in the goal test. He can do more for the Sri Lankan side. I think he's a little bit disappointed. I think now that the bowling part is done for Sri Lanka. Now they have a huge responsibility to get runs more less than follow on. I think if he got the follow on, it's a big issue for Sri Lanka. This test, they did at least pass 400 runs. I don't know how much India were looking for. Might be decline today's early morning, giving a opportunity to bat for Sri Lanka, but might be the last two pairs might be bat for a couple of overs, bring the Sri Lankan two openers to the field at least half an hour, then go back again, run, only 10 minutes break. There's all rush. Might be India might be bad for another until last wicket is gone. Maximum runs they want to put in the board. And Sri Lankan, we have a opening issue, Sri Lanka, but middle order, we have a little bit experience. Kavinu Mendes, Dhananjaya, and Dinesh Chandimal. Chandimal, these three batters have to score runs, no doubt. At least one guy should go for 100. Other two should bat 50, 60. Then we pass 400 runs. Then at least we can save this test match. But they have a Jadeja, Kuldeep. I think I think Jadeja going to be a big threat for us this wicket. Because the thing is, compared to other wicket, goal test always have extra bounce for spinners, even second day, third day, fourth day. Compared to other wicket, normally the bounce is lesser and lesser every day by day by day. That's bounce is varying. Very low bounce, but goal getting more bounce to the spinners, helping more and more in the third day, fourth day. Difficult, very task for Sri Lanka. Hope to
And
batters get
also,
some runs.
yeah, and also we can say that there are a lot of right-handed batsmen in the side for Sri Lanka. I think that will also get Jadeja into play with his left arm spinning away from the right-handed batsman, and also Kuldeep with his variations and his googly. I think they both can really put Sri Lanka on the back foot and even they may try to enforce a follow-on at this point to get Sri Lanka to be at the complete back foot so that they can try to win the test match. So, at this point of time, who do you think, apart from the top three that you mentioned, like Chandimal with Kamindu Mendes and Dhananjaya De Silva, who do you think like the opening? How important will the opening be for the Sri Lankan innings?
I think definitely the opener should get some runs, but the Indian got first wicket partnership is really good, over 50 runs. That is a good start. Sri Lanka should two openers should get a good start. Even they try to start with positive way Jashwal bat. If he lose ball, should try to put in the boundary, and if he lose ball, they try to attack. I think the only way we can save this test match in positive body language and score some runs rather than the defense and save this test match from the first ball. They try to get some runs and get over the follow on. That's important for the Sri Lankan batters. But still, I keep three middle order batsmen. I mainly these three guys score some runs. That's why I mentioned that Jadeja going to be a big effect for threat for Sri Lanka because of we have so many right-handers in the mid load and top order. The other we know always they have a variation. But Chandimal is a main key experienced guy. He can get some runs in the middle. Sri Lanka still hope this test match could be save draw test.
Okay, now my favorite part of this segment that we have, your predictions. Because your predictions, like I've been, if I was to bet on it, I think I would have been making like tons of money just off of your predictions at this point. So you have to tell me, what are your predictions for the Sri Lanka innings that is to come today, most probably?
That's the experience. I think I'm happy if Sri Lankan can pass 400 runs.
You're happy that Sri Lanka gets past 400 runs because you're a Sri Lankan. But what do you think is the prediction? Like on a realistic note, because with India's packed bowling unit and a very experienced bowling unit that too. Like where do we see this in Sri Lanka innings panning out for day
I
three
think
and day
it's
four?
in India also. They should come and attack from the first ball. They have only 3 days left. They want to win these two tests, important tests for they want to go to the Test Championship. They from the first ball they should attack rather than spread the field. Doesn't matter in even Sri Lanka got 400 or 500. Still, India have a chance to win this Test match. India should attack and try to take the wicket, give a follow on. That's my prediction. India should give a follow for Sri Lanka.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And this was a lovely, lovely chat. I think we will be back very soon with another day's analysis, pre-match, post-match analysis. So had a lot of fun again, Dilshan. Thank you so much. And let's meet again for another day's analysis.
Thank you. See you again.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.